Hello, I am Raging Amish, and welcome to the Amish Madness with the maps in Black Ops 2. You know, looking back on it, I think I really could have called this video just Call of Duty maps in general, but I thought it was best to focus just on Black Ops 2. To just give some background to what this video was, why it came about. I never really played World at War. That's a good place to start, and the reason is, when I finally did, I realized how big some of those maps were. They were just gigantic. You could go about 5-10 seconds until you were really in the action. And I understand now that's why the game could have game modes like war, and it could have tanks. The maps were just that big. Now there were some small ones, but there were some big ones too. Modern Warfare 2 was the next step in the series, and the maps kept a really good mix of big and small. You had big, huge levels like Derail and Wasteland. You had tiny maps like Scrapyard and Rust. It was just a good overall balance. World at War and Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion, had the best mix in terms of size of maps. Modern Warfare 2 maps were a little bit smaller than World at War, but that's probably because, you know, there are no tanks, so you don't have to make those big open lanes for tanks. But yeah, moving into Black Ops 1, it felt like the maps started to shrink. They weren't tiny yet, but they were generally smaller, like Summit, Nuketown came around. You started to see more maps along those lines. The only really big open map was Array, in my opinion. There were some other like decent mid-sized maps, but that's also when you start to see crap being thrown all over the map. And then Modern Warfare 3 came around, and it felt like all we had was small maps. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some medium and large, but that's really when it started to get bad with cluttered maps, just everywhere. Because that's all I can remember in Modern Warfare 3. You could use a sniper if you wanted to, and you could try and use a long-range LMG, but there was really no point. Everything was close-quarter fights. It's just how it was. And you know, this is just one man's opinion, but that's generally like the vibe I remember. Modern Warfare 3 I was not impressed with all that much. In terms of maps. And then moving into Black Ops 2, it feels like we finally got this mix of just small and medium to large. Like the only large map anymore is Turbine, and that one has just so many narrow sight lines that if you really want to do anything long range, there's only a few spots you can do it. The rest of it's all close quarter. And it's weird because thinking all the way back to Modern Warfare 2, I would have never considered playing with an SMG, something like the P90. Forget it. You're never going to fight anybody up close. Whereas in Turbine, you can take that gamble. And it's actually not a gamble, it's actually a very wise decision to bring a close quarter weapon or medium range weapon to a map like Turbine. Because you're not going to have that many long sight lines, and when you do, you don't have to stay in them. It's not like you're openly exposed. So yeah, that's my opinion on the maps. I don't deviate from what I said in the video. Had a lot of people that said, oh no, MW3 was worse. I could understand that feeling. Honestly, it's a big debate. I think it was the fact that Black Ops 2 repeated that mistake. That's the bigger grievance I have. I didn't really mind an MW3 because it was still relatively new, but when they did it again, that just set off, oh, that made me mad. The developers aren't perfect, and this is one of the examples. And actually, you're going to probably start seeing some videos that are going to be a little bit more positive. Not too many. Nightmares of COD is still my focus, but I've got a video or two I'm thinking of doing with like top 5, top 10 things I do like, or things that they got right. And the reason is, I don't like to be completely negative. There's a reason I'm still playing. It's because I enjoy the game. Alright, I am almost out of clips. I think that does it for this one. And until next time, this is Raging Amish, and I am checking out.